Hi everyone, welcome back to Online Darts. We're still in Zoom, but Boris gave us some good news that these could be in person again sometime soon. And we've got Hollywood Chris Dobey up in the northeast. Dobes, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad. I would say in lockdown, football's taking your mind off things, but I'm guessing it's not right now.
not the way we're playing. It's not. It's painful.
It's like us. It's a hard watch at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. It's, to be fair, they play all right against like the higher teams, but not getting the results. And it's just the games that we should be winning. It's just painful to watch, and that's just the joys of being a Newcastle fan, man.
Does he ride out the season, or do you press the button?
To be honest, I think he should have been gone a while back. But there's only a matter of time. He can't keep doing what he's doing. I know he's got nothing like money wise. I know he spent a lot more than what other managers have. But if you're not doing it when you've got the money, then he's never going to do it. So I think sooner rather than later, I think it's time for a change.
Obviously, you had a bit of a time to reflect on your darts. 2020 probably not the best year for yourself.
Nah, definitely not. Obviously, the circumstances didn't help. We were knocked down, obviously, European tour-wise. We didn't have as many of them to play, and that's where you make your money. I think that helps big time towards the TV competitions. And unfortunately for myself, I think I made 2 or 3 of them. Which wasn't enough for the European Championships and obviously for the big TV events. But but everybody had the same competitions last year. Obviously, I think the Winter Series probably the worst time in my career. Didn't play well at all. Lacked a bit of confidence, and obviously I went back home, put things right, started putting a bit more time in, focused, and I played all right in the Players' Championships, but didn't get the result that I wanted against Madars. And I felt good after that game, so I just changed a few things, points on the darts, and it just, I think that helped with my grouping, my scorings. Then my doubles were going in, so took that into the World Championship, and I felt I played well in the World Championships. Just Daryl played that a little bit better.
As I say, talking on the low time at the Winter Series, did you go back and did you speak to your dad and people like that? Because obviously, for those that don't know, your dad was a damn good player back in his heyday. He can still throw a mean dart now. Did you just bounce some ideas off of him?
To be fair, he's always given us grief, as you can say. He said you need to start winning these, but he did have a few good things to say. Obviously, he knows how good I am. I know how good I am, and it's just one of those things. Everybody goes through a dip in form, whether it's now or next year. You know, everybody has the bad form, and I think that was probably the worst time in my career, like I said before. And it's just something to look back on, try not to get myself into that position again. And I've just tried to focus a little bit more, and just instead of making my mind go wandering halfway through the game.
As well, did you struggle a little bit of motivation to put in what we call proper practice? Obviously, we all know you can throw at a board, but when there's no dates in sight or anything like that, and you don't know what you're working to, is it hard just to do that proper practice?
Yeah, totally. I think the first lockdown, I felt all right because I didn't know what to expect. I was on the board playing in 2 or 3 online competitions a day, and I was loving it. I adapted well to the online stuff early doors, but when we came back onto the tour after the first lockdown, and then there was another lockdown after that, that was where I found it hard because I got the taste of the Pro Tour stuff again, and coming back to try and play online stuff after you've played Pro Tour stuff is hard to adapt to it. And I think that's where I struggled to put the time and practice in, because like I said, we didn't have anything planned. There was no dates for anything. We didn't know when we were going to be playing. So yeah, I kind of struggled probably after the second lockdown, I would say.
But then went into the Worlds, Jeff Smith, a real game of two halves, because for your standards, the first 2 sets you were probably nowhere near the levels that you expect of yourself or wanted. But the back half of that game was vintage Chris Dobey, and then against Daryl, some patchy stuff again. But there were signs in that world that you turned the corner.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, I knew what to expect against both Jeff and Daryl. Both completely different players. I felt I played all right against Jeff, to be fair, even at 2-0 down. I think I could have been 2-0 up myself. I give myself a little talking to at the second break. Went in and Dean Williams was there, and I was giving myself a good talking to, and I said, annoyed because I possibly could have been 2-0 up myself. And Dean said, just calm down, and obviously he's nice like that. And I just didn't want to get wound up. I went back out. I knew I could still win the game, and I've done it. I've been in that position many a times now, and I've come back and won them games, and I knew I was capable of doing so. And I just went out, and I think once I got the first decent finish to win the set, I felt good and comfortable up there.
And again, 2021 started well, spotting the Masters for the first time. How did that feel to play in that?
Yeah, it was great. It was a nice surprise because obviously it wasn't expected, because it's normally the top 16. But yeah, it was a privilege to play in that competition. Obviously, the circumstances still the same, so no crowd. But I think the game against Jeff Smith at the World Championship was the first game that I had won without a crowd. I kind of struggled without the crowd, having the virtual crowd there. And yeah, I kind of put my focus into that competition, tried new things. I slowed a bit of my game down and played with earplugs in, just to stop my mind wandering with the virtual crowd. I just tend to get caught in the virtual crowd, and I think that helped us a lot. And I felt all right against them. I played well.
Looking forward as well, we're on the Super Series coming up. Looking forward to getting back to competitive action on the tour. 4 days of graft, but I'm guessing you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, it's nice to play proper darts again in the same venue as each other, and get some normality back after a while. But this is our bread and butter, the Pro Tour stuff. It's what we're all there to play for, and yeah, it's going to be great being back. There's some new faces who's played well along Q School, so it'll be good to see them on tour as well.
UK Open as well, going to be a bit different, behind closed doors, but all in one room. We're told that the multi-board room and the stage 1, stage 2. Looking forward to that. Be different, won't it?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, it was like that in Bolton, but I didn't get to play in Bolton. I think my first year in the UK Open was at Minehead, so yeah, it's gonna be new to me, and I'm looking forward to it.
You talked obviously the disappointment. Have you set the Chris Dobey roadmap out for 2021?
Yeah, I want to win something. I think that's all I'm lacking. Obviously, I've went through bad patch after bad patch, and then got myself out of that. So if I can actually win something, then hopefully push myself into that top 16. I think I managed to get up to 18 in the world, and obviously, like I said before, the European tours and that got knocked on the head, so we didn't have them to play for, which bags their money up onto the rankings, and that was a bit disappointing for myself, because I felt good in my game as well to get into those Euro tours. That's where the money is, and yeah, hopefully we can get a few of those up and get myself back up there in rankings.
Is it important for you at this Super Series as well? Obviously, you need to start well because the match play is on the horizon. And I say that loosely because obviously Boris's announcement yesterday, it looks positive that we're going to go back to the Winter Gardens. The Grand Prix qualification, obviously you're defending a fair bit of cash in both of them between the two. So to get back to them, I'm guessing is hugely important to you.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, I missed out on the match play last year, but to be fair, that helped because obviously I'm not defending that, but it was the 2 year ago where I made my debut at the match play, which I'm defending. So as long as I can get a good start, then put myself into a decent position and hopefully sneak into that match play rankings. But then again, yeah, I'm defending the semi-finals at the Grand Prix, which I think that's 25 grand as well. So I've got a lot of money to defend because I made a Euro Tour final match play, the Grand Prix semi-final, Players' Championship semi-final, and the World Championship last 16. So there's a fair bit of money to be defended, but I believe in myself, and I'm more than capable of doing so.
Yeah, you touched on like obviously winning things. We've talked about Chris Dobey potentially winning something and being one of those top players for 3 or 4 years now. Is now the time to really stand up and be delivered, not only winning something, but getting into that top 16 and trying to break the top 10 and everything like that?
Yeah, of course. I don't want to be known as a nearly man. I've made 4 finals now and lost each and every one of them. But yeah, I know I'm capable of winning these. I've proved it. Like winning competitions up in the Northeast, I used to win them quite regularly, and they're hard competitions to win. So I know what I'm capable of, and I believe in my own ability. So it's just on the day, you have some bad days and you feel great some days, and it just don't go. So you've got to have that little bit of luck along the way as well. And I think I haven't gotten any luck whatsoever the past few months or so. But yeah, if I get that little bit of luck and I play well along the way, then who knows?
As well, looking forward to playing in some non-bubbled competitions as well. Are you one that likes the bubble of the Pro Tour as it is, or do you prefer the Wigan and Barnsley environment?
To be fair, I've actually liked these ones because you're staying on site, the venue. You could fall out of bed and land in the arena. That's the best thing for it. But no, I like these kind of the formats as well. So I much prefer the 12 o'clock start, obviously, to the 2 o'clock. You have more time to chill on the night time. But yeah, I prefer these ones.
And again, long-term goals and ambitions. It doesn't look as if we're going to have a World Series in that this year. Does that benefit you? So it gives you a real shot in the arm to say to the PDC, look, pick me for these invite events. You've got an extended audition almost.
Yeah, if I can get my game together and start playing consistent as I was a couple of years ago, I think I should be recognised. I think I've been on the cusp a couple of times before and just missed out. But I've had the taste of the Premier League. I've had the taste of the Masters. I just want to go out there and perform like I have done in the past and just be more consistent. And like I say, I feel I'm getting there. And just these the summer series and that these help massively. And I think if I had a good starter, then I can only continue to go well.
You touched on the taste of the Premier League and everything like that. When you are having a down day or you're doubting yourself, do you watch that walk on in Newcastle back?
To be fair, I've watched it back quite a few times. It keeps popping up along with a 9-darter I hit against Davy Prince. That they keep flashing back, and they're good memories. Obviously, you can't have days like that every day. So it's always nice if you're feeling a bit down and just look at what I've done, and there's no reason why I can't go out there and do it again. And yeah, I'm more, like I said before, I'm more than capable. So I will. I know for sure I'll get back up there.
Dave, pleasure as always, mate. Thanks for taking time out with us, mate. Massively
Cheers,
appreciate it. Always good. Cheers, buddy.
Anytime, mate. Cheers, Paul.